Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Ocean and Islands Fishing Adventures. They're all rocking up at the boat ramp now. I think I got here just in time before the big rush. Anyway, it's another solo mission today. Jason was going to come, but I went to his house and he was still asleep, no lights on. I knocked on his window a couple of times, but he didn't wake up, so spewing, he misses out. Anyway, we're going to head out to the reef today. We've got a nice weather today. It's been blowing for quite a while now, so I'm stoked. I haven't been out there for a couple of months, so this will be the first reef trip in quite a while. Anyway, we're going to head out and try a wreck on the way out, and then we're going to head out to the reef, try and get some coral trout, and I'm not sure what I'll actually focus on today the most. I'll have a bit of a look around and a bit of a play. It's been a while since I've been out there, so we'll see what's on the chew out there, eh? Before we get started, if you can just remember to hit that like button if you like the episode. It helps with the algorithm, helps push the content out there more. And also, I've noticed there's about, I think there's only 25% of my viewers are actually subscribed. So if you want to help the channel out, it doesn't cost you anything, just hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate that a lot, because yeah, I'm about 300 subscribers away from being able to monetize this, and I kind of need to do that to keep it going. And support the family is the plan of this. So yeah, if you can hit that subscribe button, that'd be awesome. And hit that notification bell as well, so that you get notified every time a new episode comes out. We've got some good weather coming. I'm going to try and get back to weekly episodes. At the moment it's just fortnightly, if I can manage to get that much content, but I will be getting back to weekly as soon as the weather allows me to. Also, if you want to get any of the merchandise, check out any of our merchandise. Oceanandisland.com.au, got a bunch of shirts there and other stuff, cool designs that my dad does. And also keep watching today, because I will be doing a giveaway. I'm going to give away a brag mat and maybe a lure or something. I haven't exactly thought about exactly what else, but definitely one of my brag mats. So I'll let you know how you can be in the chance to win that. Anyway, let's get out there. It's an awesome morning, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Alright guys, we've just gotten to the spot. I'll show you the sounder. Glare off it. You can see there's a good show of fish there. There's a boat just behind me, they reckon the sharks are here already. We'll give it a go. Alright guys, I'm going to drop down. I've got some nice cuttlefish here on a paternoster rig, 2 hooks. See if I can get one up before the sharks. Apparently the sharks are pretty thick at the moment. So I'll tighten my drag up. I'll race them in pretty quick. There's a fair bit of run. Fishing in 37.4 metres of water. Takes a while to get down. I might have to change to a bigger centre, I think. Oh, I'm on the bottom. Let's see what happens. Alright. Got here a largemouth in here to start the day. Alright, a lot of monster, that's what's down there. Hopefully there's some bigger models down there. Nice little largemouth nannygai, or saddletail they call them. Put the bait down there so we can get a better one. The sounder is loaded. Oh, big GT followed him up. Oh, that one's 44 centimetres, they're only got to be 40 centimetres, but anything, I'd rather keep bigger ones, but they just don't release well in this depth of water. So if you let him go, he'll die or get eaten by sharks, so we're going to keep them all, anything legal. Hopefully we can get some bigger ones though before we get the bag limit. Alright guys, that one there we call a smallmouth nannygai. They're not as good eating as the largemouth nannygai, but they're pretty damn close at this size. When they get a bit bigger, they get a bit tougher. I recently got given some Berserker rigs, which are like it's a 150 gram this one. It's like a nice round eyeball weight, a set of gangs, BKK hooks, little skirt on there. So I'm loaded up with the cuttlefish. Chuck that down, see if we can get a good fish. If you want to buy any of these Berserker rigs, you can use my discount code and you'll get a discount. I think it's $10 off your order. And yeah, the discount code is, that's the initials of Ocean and Island Fishing Adventures. So OIFA. If you type that into the discount code box, you'll get a $10 discount. Just head over to berserker.com.au, I think. Yeah, they're a great little contraption. One of the best bottom rigs I've ever seen. Just hooked that GT. I think he just got eaten by a shark. Yeah. There's some GTs hanging around the boat. I just hooked one on the way up. He got eaten by a shark. Just gonna go right a touch. Real big school coming through on the sounder now. Check that out. That is thick. Gotta be able to get something in that. Hopefully a good size one. Hopefully they're not all small. Very thick. Bad eating size smallmouth nannygai there, or crimson snapper, also known as. That's 4 for the esky. 5 to go before we can go out. trout fishing. Got colour. Two fish. They're thickness down here. They're thickness down here, eh? There you go, guys. 2 for 1. Got a decent fish, but it's 2 not bad nannies. There we go. 2 nice smallmouth nannies for the esky. Leaves 3 to go. If it keeps like that, I'll do it in 2 drops. Don't waste time. So that was a good school coming through now. Bloody hell. Yeah, so thick. Check that out. 2 different sounders, a 3D one here. Shows you all the different places they are off to the left and right. Good thing with those sounders is you can see exactly where the fish are, because the traditional 2D ones, they could be either side. They could be off to the left a bit, off to the right a bit, and it'll look like it's straight onto your boat because of the way the sounders are designed. Sonar actually goes down like a big cone shape, gets that whole 3D area and shows it to you on a 2D screen, so very good when you've got the 3D sounder as well. Or you can use traditional side view as well, but on a 3D it's just heaps better. Easier to read. There we go, good for that time. What is it? A trevally. Bloody little GT. Baby GT. Going to grow big, and I'll catch him again when he's 25 kilos. These are my next fish get up safe. I mean, not safe from me, but safe from sharks. 8:30 in the morning. Come on, 3 more quickly. Swear that got hit on the way down then. Okay. This is gonna be quick. What have we got this time? Big GT's coming after him. Yeah, another quality smallmouth. Wouldn't mind some more largemouths in the esky, but I don't want to get a bag on it so I can get to the reef. Dropped him. Very good fish down there. Prawns this time. Find easier to hook on a prawn. They seem to swallow the whole thing rather than chew on the squid. Good fish. Those GTs are up after him again. Is it another slate for him? I'm going to go down a bit, see if I can get the GTs to come back up. There they are. The size of these GTs. There's a shark down there too. This lady's not the best eating, so he's going to go back. Such a beautiful day out here today. I asked for better conditions. I mean, I could, but I probably wouldn't get them. A couple of times I've been out here, it's been flat like a lake, but it doesn't happen often enough. Oh, monster. The G's are up after him again, but take it. 8 down, 1 to go. A little bit smaller, but definitely legal. So 1 more and I'm off to the reef. Alright, 1 more fish and I'm off to the reef, guys. It's been a fruitful morning. It's 8:50, not even 9 o'clock yet. There's a massive school of bait over there. I might just put a troll rod through and troll through it. Could be a mackie hanging around or anything. Actually, I'll probably hook one of those GTs, maybe I shouldn't. I don't really want a GT, especially when there's sharks around, they're just going to get eaten by sharks. The last one I hooked in. The last one took the Berserker rig on the way down. I'm using a little Shakespeare ugly stick here. It's a 6 to 8 kilo Shakespeare ugly stick. I think I've got a 5.0 circle hook on there. Smaller sinker too. Probably change that up for the run. Actually no, I'll leave it on. I don't know. Little hook, little bait. Got a little pen slammer. I think this is the 5,500. Let's see how that goes. fun. Fish. What have we got here? Oh, the shark following it up. Oh no. I'm not even sure if that was a shark or a GT. It's running like a GT, I tell you. Oh. That was, I think it was a GT, and the shark might have got the GT. That's what it felt like. Thought there might have been problems dropping down to the water setup. Oh well, bit of excitement anyway. There's now 2 rigs we've got to re-rig. That bait school's massive over there. Probably should have put the cast net. Well, the trouble is once you get close to them. Yep. Get on quick, there's a shark coming for it. Yes. Nice little largemouth. Good size largemouth, not a monster, but I'll take that. That, ladies and gentlemen, nice little largemouth nannygai. And that is the bag limit. Time to head off to the reef. Woohoo! I just want to show you guys what's down there. I'm going to drop this camera down. Have a look at what's in the bottom. I've got to try and set up a tripod or something so that the camera sits straight. But it just spins around a bit on the way down. Spins around there. Hold it for long enough. It can sit straight for a while. Depends on what the current's doing and all that sort of stuff. So I'm just interested to see what's down there. Hopefully nothing eats my camera. Probably should actually put the drone up and have a look at those whales quickly. I think I will. Oh, there goes his tail. G'day guys, it's giveaway time for the month of August. I'm doing a giveaway valued at $235. So I got $200 worth of lures here, and I got a brag mat valued at $35. These brag mats I've made up for Ocean and Island Fishing Adventures. You can also purchase them on my website, oceanandisland.com.au, along with another bunch of t-shirts and other stuff, including this t-shirt if you like this one. But yeah, that's going to go in the giveaway. I've also got a bunch of lures. First up, we've got a Berserker 300 gram. This is the Glow Ghost. You've probably seen me using these on the channel. These are great for Red Emperor, Nannygai, Spangled Emperor, pretty much anything on the bottom. They're really great, really great. They've got BKK hooks and really strong Kevlar line holding them all together. Also, if you want to purchase these as well, head over to Berserker and type in OIFA, which is the discount code. You get 10% off your entire order. It's OIFA. I've also got a Pillager 95. This is one of Ryan Moody's lures that he makes. Really good for finger mark, cod, anything in and around the islands and stuff like that. Good sinking stick bait. You can get barramundi on them, and they're even great out on the reef. So we've got those two lures, plus we've got a Dirty Tackles Dirty Dog, which I helped name these. Another one you've probably seen me use on the channel. These are great for the reef, great for coral trout, all sorts of species out on the reef. You can even catch barramundi on them as well. So great lure, 60 grams. They're scented as well. Also a stick bait. It's the Flying Fish Saltiga rough ride. Pretty good for catching GTs, coral trout on the surface, anything out on the reef again. Also throwing in a skid jig, Berkley jig. People that like deep jigging. This is a slow pitch, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, 120 grams. Great for catching all your reef fish as well. Red Emperor, coral trout, nannygai, all that sort of stuff, jobfish. Got a lively lure, Mad Mullet, 6-inch Mad Mullet. This deep dives to 5 meters. Now these are a lure I've been using for a long time. These are Australian made, 100% Australian made. Really good company down in Caloundra near the Sunshine Coast. And they're great for barramundi, great for all your flathead, all your river species as well, trevally. Also great on the reef. We catch mackerel, catch just about anything on these lures. They're a really great lure. Also giving away Atomic Shiner 85 double deep. It's a really good deep diver as well. I used to catch a lot of trevally on these, flathead and stuff in the rivers, but I've actually had a lot of luck catching barramundi on these up here as well. So another really good lure. I got the Zerek live mullet, another good barramundi lure there. That's cool colours. That's the colour that seemed to be doing the job last time I was barramundi fishing. Also got a Halco 20 gram, a green slug there. Now these are really good for casting long distance. I haven't come across a lure that size with the same amount of weight. So sometimes when you're out tuna fishing, there's really small bait fish. So you got to match the hatch and they'll cast the distance. So also got a Ghost Squid Jig, which I find is one of the best for catching squid, especially up here around the islands and stuff. So yeah, there's 10 lures there. Kind of got all types of fishing covered there. Stick baits, jigs, deep divers, soft plastics, even a bait rig. Everything you can think of. So any type of fishing you do, there's something there for you. It's a great package, along with the brag mat, so you can show everyone how big the fish you catch on the lures are. Anyway, all you got to do if you want to enter this competition is on this video, you got to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and leave a comment in the comment section on this video, and just write done or write whatever comment you want. But that's how you get one entry. If you want to get more entries, I'll leave a link to my Facebook page. I'll do a post about this giveaway on Facebook. You can head over to the Facebook page and you can tag any of your friends in that Facebook post on the comment section. Each friend you tag will give you an extra entry, but you don't have to do that for an entry. You just got to do the first 3 things: like, subscribe, and leave a comment for the video. Yeah, so good luck to everyone, and I'll draw the winners probably a day or 2 after August is over. Awesome. Alright, let's do it. Off to the reef we go. I just got to the edge of the reef. Well, just before the edge of the reef where it starts getting a bit shallower. I chuck down a Halco Laser Pro just to see if I can get a mackerel on the way, trying to find some ground out here. Oh guys, so you can see the reef's over here. I'm just heading around this deeper edge, about 20 metres, trying to find some fish, coral trout or something, or a school of fusies with my coral trout under it. You can see the 3D, see all the lumps where all the fish are hiding behind everything. And yeah, got the trawl line out, so hopefully I can get a mackerel or something while I'm looking at the ground. There should be something around here, it's usually a good area. Once I find a good show of fish, pull that up, bring coda down and throw some pillies down. Try and get some, well that's actually a good show there. Actually I'm going to come back and fish that, yeah. That's definitely getting fished. Alright, didn't troll for long. Show you why I want to drop on it. There's quite a good show of fish there. See that? There's little arches there. There's more to come on the back side of this lump coming up. See quite a good little school of fish there. It's definitely worth having a drop on. See it on the 3D there. Looks pretty good. Let's put the main coda down and have a drop. Alright, there we are, right on top of those fish. It's right on the edge of a drop off, as you can see there's a drop off there. I can actually zoom in. You can see there's a nice bommy right on the edge of it. There's a whole heap of fish, probably some coral trout underneath. Just using little chunks, half chunks of pillies, like that, and a paternoster. It's only 14 metres deep here, but crystal clear water, you can see the bottom. Might actually just trying to film with the stick cam. It's right here to snap today. Can't eat these guys, but they're tough as leather. Let him go. I'll have a look down there with the G bucket. Another drop. See what we pull up, and then we might move on. Find another bommy and have a look, see what's down there, see if we can see some trout. So there we go on this side. Something little. There's a trout. I don't know if it's illegal. Might be just. I'll have a look. It'll be 38 centimetres trout. I'll look at them on the brag mat. Now this is the brag mat that I'll be giving one away. These are my brag mats from Ocean and Islands Fishing Adventures. 1.5 metres long, so you can measure those big fish, Spanish mackerel and stuff like that. Hope you can see that properly in the sun. Anyway, got a nice big coral trout on there, chest and fusiliers. We'll give them a quick measure. Just undersized, so he's going back. And away he goes. Alright, I can't find any run on this side, so I'm going back to the other side of the reef, which is just around there, not too far. And I hope I can find some run over there, otherwise I'm going to head up the back between the two reefs out behind them and hope to find some run out there. You really got to find that run because yeah, there's not much movement around here. Something here. What colour is it? Maybe red. Hard to tell at this stage. No. This is pink-eared emperor. These aren't bad eating, I've had them before. A little bit small, this one though. Pink-eared emperor. You can see the pink ear. Look on the sounder quickly. Another baby coral trout. Gotta be a big one. Beautiful looking fish. Oh, he's way too small. See those coral trout boys down there, but oh Jesus, there's a lot of fish down there. Gotta be a coral trout in that. Doesn't feel like a coral trout, but feels like a little trevally. Yep. Little gold spot trevally this one is. I must have a tiny fish on it, it just feels like. Another undersized coral trout by the looks of it. They're down there, that's not big. Alright, a little bit of Spanish mackerel belly. Let's see how that goes. Might have to try the mackerel grounds on the way home. A little bit weight to it, not much, not very big. Alright, makes it feel bigger. Mark with Coral Trout. Actually a keeper. Woo! On the Spanish mackerel too. So down there, the bait's just getting off the hook before they get a chance to find it. I knew they were down there. Got a parasol on it. There we go. Nice straws. They call the red ones out in the deep strawberries. Straws. That's a common coral trout. He's definitely going on the esky. Another trouty. To give him a measure, but he should go size. .41. 3 centimetres over. He's going straight in the esky. Good chewing at that size. And seems to be able to be quiet, so I'm going to keep looking around, trying to find some more fish somewhere. A couple more trout. We're allowed 7. It's bagged on it for one person. So I've got 5 more to catch. I'm trying to get 5 of them. And then I'm going to head into the mackerel grounds, try and get a few mackie before I go home. So I want to try and catch, it's lunchtime now, so I'll try and catch me 5 trout as soon as I can. Let's see how we go. Not as much bait here, only a couple of fish on the sounder, but and there could be some trout down there. I'll chuck on another Berserker rig. This is a Glow Ghost, 150 gram again. Fill it a mullet, chuck it on this, and just down a bit longer. Now again guys, if you want to get your hands on some of these rigs, they're really good, they do the job. They get them from berserker.com.au I think, and yeah, if you want a discount you get $10 off your order. Just use the discount code OIFA, the initials for Ocean and Island Fishing Adventures. OIFA. Oh, I'll throw a nice strip Spanish mackerel stomach with belly lining. Just the belly, sorry. Nice oily piece of fish. Fish love Spanish mackerel. A really good bait. Small. There you go. Coral trout on a Berserker rig. Let's see if he goes legal, but it shows you that these Berserker rigs really do work. Coral trout are a bottom feeder and they sit right on the bottom, so it's a bit of Spanish mackerel. If you want some, head to berserker.com.au, I'm pretty sure, or just .com, and put in the discount code OIFA, it's the initials for Ocean and Island Fishing Adventures, and you get $10 off. And that is a legal coral trout. Throw them in the esky, it's 40 centimetres, only going to be 38, and they're absolutely delicious at this size. Good meal for 2 people. Bombs away. Oh, shark following him up. Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 fish on the Berserker. 1 rig, 2 fish. That's actually a good fish. Oh, I just got bitten in half. I think it did. Ah, it was a Chinaman. Chinaman head, guys. At least I didn't lose my Berserker. If he was hooked with all 3 hooks. Lucky it wasn't a red emperor head. That could be a tree. Come on, get it up. Those sharks come. Yeah. Only a little one. I should measure him for sure. He's just on, but I'm gonna let him go because, come on mate, you can survive. Keep that coral trout, but he's a centimetre oversized and he wasn't going to survive and let him go, so he's in the esky. Give me a grand total of 4, so 5, 6, 7, 3 more trout to catch and we're off to the mackerel grounds. It's 12:40, hopefully we can get them pretty quick. 4-1 would be good. I want some bigger coral trout. This looks alright. Bait fish there. Alright, I've just come to a new spot, a bit shallower, 14 metres. And just having a drop here, see if there's any trout, getting some trout in this area. So hopefully we can get our last 3 over around here. Feels like it could be a trout. Oh, yep, a little one again. Yeah. So many small trout. Alright, fishing at about 16 metres now. Just pulled up on another little bommy. Little reef, shallow reef patch. Comes up out of about 30 metres. About the size of a house sort of thing. Got some good fish on the sounder, so I thought I'd have a quick drop, have a bait down there. So hopefully some coral trout under it. Still need 3 to get the bag limit. Fingers crossed can do it around here. If there's any mackerel around, they'll smash that. 2 to go and we're off mackerel fishing. Another beautiful straubs, well and truly over the size limit, and again a perfect eating size. All common trout today. Absolutely gorgeous, stunning fish. Great eating. So I'll probably do a cook up with the coral trout, I'd say. What's this? Little red bass. Ciguatera carrying fish, so I never keep them. Look how big they are. Try this berserker right now. Hopefully we don't get a snag. Ooh! Could have been a cobia, folks. There's not a bite mark on that. That was not a shark and that was not a mackerel. Yeah. Because a shark or a mackerel, there'd be clean cuts on that. No teeth marks. That was probably a cobia. Can't see a big cod coming up that high, to be honest. Cobia or God knows what. You've got no scales left. Probably have a bigger set of gangs on that, being such a big bait. Only got a small set of gangs on. Hope he hasn't moved on. Or her. Good fish on the other end of this. Oh, trout. On the Berserker rig, folks. Make sure you go get some. They work a treat. And they got tough. I think it's like Kevlar cord or something, I don't know, it's really tough. So even when you get it in the snare, you can jiggle it around and get it back out without damaging it. Alright, we're only going to do that one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, one more. We're off on the hunt for another species. That'd be nice if that cobia came back though, that'd be a good one to put in the esky with all that fish. That might be it, I think. Another coral trout on the Berserker. Size time today, but real tasty eating at this size. I'd say definitely be a keeper. Give him a quick measure just to be on the safe side, but I reckon that's our bag limit on trout. He's 43 centimetres on the dot. So yep, in the esky that's bag limit on trout, bag limit on nannygai, 2 bag limits. Let's see if we can go get some mackerel. Alright, I'm just a little bit of a trawl back through this reefy area before we head back to mackerel grounds. Never know if we get a Spanish out here. This mackerel ground's a little bit out of the way. If I get a Spanish out here, I'll just go straight home. I get a hot dog. Try and get some water. Been a good day. Tag limits on 2 species. I'm going to go quickly try for a couple of mackerel before we head home. But other than that, it's been an awesome day. It's only 1 or nearly 2 o'clock in the arvo, so I won't give much time over here. But yeah, going to head back out again tomorrow with the missus. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If I don't catch any mackerel, this will obviously be the end of the show. If I do catch some mackerel, then see you straight into that. But thanks for watching. I appreciate the support. If you can, please remember to hit that like button. It helps with the algorithm. And if you can subscribe as well, that'll really help the channel out. I appreciate it a lot. And hit that notification bell too, so you get notified every time a new episode comes out. And yeah, any merchandise you want, head over to oceanisland.com.au. And if you want to get some of those Berserker rigs, head over to their website and use my discount code, which is the initials of my show, Ocean and Island Fishing Adventures, OIFA, OIFA. Had to think there for a second. Cheers, guys. See you next time. Or see you in the kitchen, actually. We'll do some coral trout up. Or at the mackerel grounds if I catch them. Woo! The mackerel grounds. I'm on the edge of it. Throw a lure down and trawl around while I look for some mackerel on the sounder. Just going to go back down with the deep diver Laser Pro. Trawl that at about 14 kilometres an hour, about 6 knots. A fish straight away. Only a small one. Very small. There's a little spotty or a doggy, that would be good. Actually easier to pull this fish in than it is to pull in a lure. Not very big. There we go, the doggy mackerel. .64 centimetres, they're going to be 50 something, I think. Let's say there. Yeah, they're got to be 50. Yeah, 65. That's the size the spotty's got to be. Hopefully there's some spotties around. Didn't take long. There's a whale over here that does not appear to be moving. That's very strange. I've never seen one just float still like that. Just put the drone up and have a quick look at it. pan, this whale just sitting there. Just breathe. Look. Yeah, so it's alive still. And it's got its baby hanging around it, but it's not swimming. Can't see any nets or anything that it could be stuck in. So possibly there's something down there. Is that its fin, or is it actually stuck in the net? Well, I wanted to make pizza until I looked in the cupboard and saw the yeast, and the yeast was stuffed, a bit clumpy and too old. So I had to come up with a different idea. I thought, you know what, I'll ask ChatGPT. And apparently baking powder works. So I tried this. Baking powder, 4 tablespoons, or 4.5 tablespoons, to, I think I was using about 1 kilo of flour, and 1.5 tablespoons of salt. So you want to mix all these dry ingredients together. This is the first time I've actually done a dough using baking powder, so it's a bit of a trial. So when I make my dough, I don't actually measure the water. I probably should, but I like to just slowly add it in until I think it's the right amount. Keep mixing. Don't mix it too much dry, like if there's not enough water. Once you get about that much in there, add some oil. Again, just free hand. Chuck as much as what you think in there. As a chef, I do this a lot, but still usually comes out pretty good. So it's a little bit too wet, this dough. You can always add flour to a wet dough, but it's hard to add more water to a really dry dough. So just want to knead that a little bit. You don't want to knead this as much as you do with a yeast dough, so you don't want to overwork it because you overwork the baking powder, and I think it'll be a little bit chewy, or not chewy, but a bit dry and tough. So you want to knead that by hand, only for a couple of minutes. You just want to bring that together. You don't want to be sticking to your hands, so keep adding flour until you get to the right consistency. Now once you've kneaded that, sprinkle some flour on a bench and knock it out on a bench. Again, a little bit more flour over the top. Knead it for another 30 seconds just to get it nice and smooth. And once you've done that, roll it into a little ball. You don't need to let this rise like a yeast dough, so straight away you can work with it. I just use a palette knife to cut, not a sharp knife because I don't want to damage the bench, so just a palette knife to cut into the sizes that I want to make my pizza balls at, and then I just roll them in flour until I get nice little round balls, ready for rolling into pizza. Now you want to set the oven to about 200 degrees. I'll just put it on fan bake, and then you want to oil your trays up so the dough doesn't stick to your tray. Now you don't have to pre-cook your dough, but I find it's nice to get a crispier base, especially if you don't have a proper pizza oven. So I pre-cook my dough, and then after that I'll put the pizza toppings on and finish it off, and you get a nice crispy base. So you want to roll these out. Everyone's got a different preference to how thick they want them. I like a nice thin base, so I roll them out pretty big, pretty thin. And once you've got your desired size, you just want to chuck that in the fry pan, sort of run around the edges just to make sure it fits. And then we're going to throw that straight in the oven. And that oven's been preheating now for a while, so it should be at 200 degrees. So also run a fork, stab a few holes around, just to release the air so it doesn't cook and have like air bubbles in there. So I cook a few pizza trays off, a few pizza bases off, and just cool them down on a cooling rack, so that you can make it, like roll the rest of your bases out and pre-cook them, so they're all pre-cooked, depending on what you want to have. I usually have a garlic bread as well to start. So here I've got my pesto, my cheese, shallots, tomato dice, some onions, some green chilli, and my coral trout. Now I'm going to make a base for this. I'm using some cottage cheese here, as I realised I had no crushed tomatoes halfway through this, so I couldn't do a tomato base. So a bit of cottage cheese and some tomato sauce I had left in the fridge, some mingles, a big tablespoon of pesto, and some of the garlic oil which I made up for the garlic bread. because you can't have pizza night without garlic bread, I think. So a bit of sea salt in there, give that a bit of a mix around. And obviously you can use any ingredients you want. This is just a simple yeast-free pizza recipe idea. So spread that around, try and get it all spread around as much as you can, all the way to the edges. And then we're going to start our toppings. So once that's all spread out, we're going to just put a little bit of cheese on the bottom, and I find this helps the ingredients stick to the pizza base and not fall off when you take a bite. So first I'm going to throw some tomato down, because I really wish I had more tomato as a tomato base. And then we're going to throw our coral trout directly on top of that. Now again, you can use any fish you want, or any ingredients you want, but caught a few coral trout this trip, so I thought I'd do a coral trout one. And it's kind of an end of the week shopping day, so I didn't have a lot of ingredients, so I thought we'll just make something of what we got. Bit of sliced onion on top of that. Always put the onion close to the top because I like it to cook through a bit more. And then we're going to sprinkle some chili over that. Again, as much chili as you want, depending on how much spice you want, but these are Thai green chilies, they're pretty hot. Going to throw some shallots over the top of that and finish that off with some cheese. And you can be quite liberal with the cheese here. Obviously some people like it cheesier than others, so put as much cheese on as you want. Again, sorry for doing a voiceover this time. The kids again making noise. So I'll just put some black pepper on that, some mixed Italian herbs, and some sea salt. Yeah, the kids are at that age now where they're just so noisy that I can't really do this unless I wait till after they go to bed. So yeah, give that about 20 minutes in the oven, finish it the last 5 minutes not on the tray, and then yep, pull it out, cut it into 8 pieces, and there we have it. One coral trout pizza. I'm interested to see how this is going to taste without the yeast, but seems to look like it's cooked alright. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate the support. Give this pizza a try, and let me know what you think. Remember to like and subscribe. And yeah, this is actually, as you can see here, it's got quite strong support. You can hold that up and it doesn't flop or anything, so the pizza base turned out pretty good. So yeah, give it a try, let us know what you think, and I will see you next time. Cheers and good luck with that competition.